Detours. Brought to you by Sports and Spokes, the magazine for wheelchair sports and recreation. Hey, Pierre, first of all, congrats on third today.
Thank you.
Nice tournament, Division II. You're working your way up.
I am. It was definitely a long journey. Lots of challenges with every team that we faced against. But I have to say, this is going to be my last season with Division II. My goal is to go Division I, improve my skills, so you'll see me in Division I next season.
When last we caught up with you, you were still really developing your skills, which was just about a year ago, but you've undergone some pretty significant growth over the past year. What do you attribute that to?
My mentors. I had a lot of great individuals that took me underneath their wing. They seen talent, they seen potential for growth, and they showed me the ropes on what I needed to do in order to improve myself. Honestly, I give lots of credit to Warrior Foundation Freedom Station, mainly Junior. He really allowed me to be part of his team, which was San Diego Wolfpack, and allowed me to travel with them. You know, I went overseas to Germany, participated in the tournament. They showed me how fast-paced a game can be and how aggressive it can be. And when I came back here and played in Division II, I just took that, brought it here, and I just excelled, from there.
I know you're getting ready to elevate your game and you're getting ready to go to the next level. You're going to play D1. You've been in the sport for 3 years.
Yes.
Who are some of your mentors and what is it that you've taken away from what they've taught you?
Of course. So most of my mentors are pretty big. So it's like Eric Rodriguez, which is Wolfpack. I got Anthony Favre, Anthony McDaniels, who's a rugby player, really good rugby player, but he's really good at basketball. He plays for WAR. I looked at Paul Schulte and what he does. So when I go out and practice with them or train with them, they just let me know, like, hey, you're a big guy, so you need to train as a big guy. So just know that the closer you get to the paint, the ball's coming your direction. Just work on your shots, work on your chair skills, and work on your speed. And I guarantee you're going to be able to put up a lot of points.
When you look internally at your game, what do you think your strengths and weaknesses are, and what do you need to work on most to get to the next level?
Of course, I say the strengths are my grit, so my resiliency to be able to keep pushing up and down the court and just put all my heart and leave it on the court. So put my heart out on the court and just leave it out there. Another strength is being a team player. I know what my role is. I work with my teammates to be where I need to be at. Weakness is going to be because I'm fairly inexperienced when it comes to the game. It's just the experience side. So like knowing what to do in key aspects of the game. Right, it's like, okay, knowing when to foul when I need to foul, knowing when to run down the clock, knowing when to be in the right position to stop somebody from moving or advancing, on the court. So, but over time, that just comes with experience.
I was in the military. You're still in the military, which is pretty astounding.
Thank you.
Do you think that having that military background and that discipline, is that an attribute that's kicked over into your game as well?
100%. That attribute from having a combat mindset in every situation even allowed me to get through my own traumas that I have endured. And because of that, it allowed me to roll that over into the sports that I love, which is wheelchair basketball. So anytime I'm on that court, again, I just keep my cool, calm, collective mindset and just continue to play the game.
In many ways, I think growth comes from listening, and it seems as though you've adapted to a style of listening.
Yes.
Now, you're going to have one of the greats of all time, Paul Schulte, take you under his wing. What do you expect to learn from Paul?
And he's a Paralympian, right? Hall of Famer. So whatever he's willing to give, I'm willing to accept. I know when I'm underneath his wing, with the WAR team, I'm gonna be a sponge. So I'm willing to learn how to truly be a big, for his team, how to work well with him, how to improve my speed, because I know Division I is gonna be a lot faster. I'm playing against Olympians, I'm playing against collegiate style players, I'm playing against individuals who have been in this game for 20 plus years. So I know with me being still a baby compared to them, I'm trying to close that gap. And the only way I can close that gap by following someone who's great like Paul.
We'd like to take a minute to thank our sponsor, Sports and Spokes Magazine. For nearly 50 years, they've produced stories on iconic athletes performing at the top of their game, given generational coverage of sports dating back to the 1970s, and they've shown the way with exciting and timeless magazine cover shots. To stay on top of all the latest news from the world of high-performance adaptive sports, go to sportsandspokes.com. Sports and Spokes, the magazine for wheelchair sports and recreation. So many great players on Team USA. Brian Bell, Trayvon
Correct.
Jennifer, Paul Schulte, Opie. Just a world-class squad. How do you have this fantasy or dream of fitting into that role at some point in time?
I completely do. So I actually spoke with Paul before the season started, and he told me that he was training, for LA 2028. So when he told me that, I knew I needed to be there, because if he's training for LA 2028, that means I, by default, would have to train for LA 2028. So I'm hoping that his experience rub off on me to allow me to try to close that gap and make it on Team USA. I would love to play next to Brian Bell. I would love to play next to Corey Rossi, individuals who, Jorge Salazar, right? These are good names and good individuals that I would love to be around and stand side to side with.
It sounds to me like you have pretty mad respect for those guys.
I do. It's the first time I watched the game, a championship game, Division I, I seen Brian Bell, and I seen Pat Anderson all going head to head against each other, and it just really lit a fire into me. So from then on, I knew I needed to step my game up in order to be on par with them, or at least get close to them. So hat goes off.
You seem like the kind of guy who really likes to give back. So when even if it's inadvertently, if you happen to make a D1 team and then roll that over into being a Paralympian, that would say a lot to people coming up who may get injured or however it is they end up, an adaptive athlete. I mean, you definitely could help people move forward.
Right. I'm glad that you brought that up, because I do give back. So there's a team in Orlando called the Dreamplex Orlando Magic Dreamers. It's a youth team, junior varsity and varsity. It was actually last weekend at the national tournament, and they did very well. 2 years they've been training, 2 years, and they already got an invite to nationals. So that's Corey Rossi's team, so I help him out, with coaching that team. But not only that, for the Orlando Veterans Affairs, the one that's in Central Florida, I'm a spokesperson for individuals who are recent amputees or have dealt with some recent trauma and try to learn how to get through their mental instability, try to live their new life. Because they see me and how I was capable of getting through and pushing through, I try to help out. I try to help them out as well. That way they can see that this is not the end of your life, this is the beginning of your new journey.
There's so much to learn that's beyond just getting the leg and getting up and,
Correct.
and attempting to ambulate again. You have to learn a lot more, and a lot of that is mental.
Correct, it is. So, and I tell everybody, one, have faith. I'm a believer of God. So have faith and believe that there's a lesson in everything that happens in life. What is the lesson that you need to learn at this moment? What are you going to do with it? And just pick yourself back up and just keep chugging along.